Driving a truck is not an easy job.
It's definitely challenging.
Not only truck drivers, we're also movers, After going through all this, all the driving, the truck stops, the logs, your physical exams, all of that, you don't just drive for 8 hours and then park and get to sleep it off. No, you work until the job's done, whether that be 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Drive whatever you can, whatever hours you're allowed to drive that you may have left. Still be, at the residence the next day to do it all over again. We have to worry about other people that are driving around us.
Why is that guy in the left lane going 55 miles an hour?
Construction or traffic.
Whether or not it crosses a scale.
Safety of your vehicles, making sure they're staying inspected.
Why isn't that guy seeing all my turn signals flashing on the side of my truck?
Weather conditions.
To be able to maneuver the truck in areas that, a regular freight driver doesn't have to. Here we are putting 63-foot trucks down residential streets, and half these guys can't even back into an open spot of the pilot.
Oh, buddy, you almost got it. And as you can see here, you try to keep a safe distance, so in the event you have to come to a stop, you can. But then you'll notice other cars will just pull directly, 10 feet in front of me. They don't realize that the reason I'm keeping that distance is so I have time to stop.
The accidents occurring were definitely made an impact on me for sure. Make me put my seatbelt on and be safe. I have a family. Doing that, being a driver is not easy for sure.
But you do give up a lot as a driver. You give up a lot of family time.
Because we're out here doing what we do doesn't mean what's going on at home stops.
You miss a lot of baseball games, football games, birthdays.
I like to keep my family happy so I can be happy when I go home.
The first thing I do when I receive my dispatch orders is to see where it's loading from, where it's going to.
How many people I need for the job, how long I think it's going to take.
Try to see if I can Google Earth the house, check access.
So now you have a better idea how long the driveway is from the street. And then obviously it's a busy street, so you can't park on that street. So this one would be a shuttle, which means you got to put it on a small truck, take it to the big truck.
First, here we got a strap already. I loaded a job. They actually had a covered bridge going over the entrance and exit to the development. So I had to deflate my tires low enough where I can get under the bridge.
I would like to have a couple days advance notice to prepare because you only get one chance to make a good first impression.
Like estimate goes, manpower, how much men are needed, how many trucks are needed, I guess the overall scope of the job.
I'll see how far I have to go, how many people I need for the job, how long I think it's going to take, and I start trying to run the process through.
I tell the dispatch at the destination that what I'm in for, and if they have some qualified men they could help me out with.
Pack and load, I need 3 guys for Monday and 3 guys for Tuesday.
Every agent has their guys you have to train, but if you can mix them up with quality guys that can do the main part of the move and other guys who are learning can still do things that'll be helpful. Kind of a short time frame, I need to get it done. I need to hire more guys. If I have an entire week to do, I can go with a fewer guys.
I kind of base it on 1 guy per 5,000 pounds for the day.
On this job, I have 2 men for today, yesterday and today. We packed yesterday, and then we loaded at an extra stop at a mini storage. We loaded that today, and then tomorrow I have 3 guys to finish the rest of the house. Go back to the house, and maybe 2 truckloads to get it back here to my trailer to finish up.
But a lot of unexpected things is people, once you've loaded stuff on the truck, decide that that's not going to go anymore.
It could be the weather.
You have a huge arm wire that came out of a main floor, but now in the new house they want it on the 3rd floor with tiny stairwells and small doorways, or they think that the grand pan looked nice in the loft.
Then you have to find ways to overcome those obstacles and move on and still make the move go successfully.
We had a gun safe in a basement, and it was about 700-800 pounds. And the people had remodeled the basement after that gun safe was downstairs. And it was hard to get it around the corner, but halfway up the steps we noticed that the steps were breaking. And then we realized, we asked the shipper, we took it back downstairs, and they said they had rebuilt the steps after they had remodeled the basement.
I'm a mover, not a magician.
But again, everything that's not in boxes gets wrapped up in pads, protected from rubbing against other items.
I have a move that I can recall that was not very long ago. Packing and loading a shipment just outside of Canton, Ohio that was going to Austin, Texas. There was another company that had sent a sales rep out. They said that the packing crew had denied them because their house was filthy. Well, it turns out their house wasn't filthy. They have 6 children. Okay, it wasn't dirty. There was just stuff everywhere because they had 6 children from the ages of 6 months to 19. You know, and I mean, we got in so great, you know, with this customer, you know, to where they were texting me along my way, you know, from Ohio to Texas, you know, just to say, hey, we're here, you know, can't wait till you guys get here, and you know, it turned out to be one of my favorite moves ever.
Every job is different. You have good customers, you know what I mean? Happy people that have interesting lives that, you know, kind of corroborate with ours.
Because if they're in a great mood, everybody else kind of follows in, and there's more of a personal connection. Then you start talking about your family, they talk about their family, and things just seem to go a lot smoother.
Kids are crying, they're losing their friends, and they're not happy about the move. They're making it sometimes a little tougher, you know, with their attitude, and they're, you know, throwing little fits here and there, and which drives the parents nuts, and which in turn makes the whole move uneasy because they're uncomfortable with the situation.
Everybody's like on pins and needles, and it kind of affects the move.
You know, and then once you start to break down the walls with the customer a little bit, and you know, you get to opening up, talking by first name, maybe you find out some nicknames, you start playing with the kids, playing with the pets.
Usually we know if we're hitting it off fairly well, is if I kind of go by if they're smiling.
You can almost physically see the customer's shoulders relax.
They start relaxing. So do I.
Once you actually start packing, and they see that we're packing everything very carefully, nothing's just being thrown into boxes, everything's wrapped nicely, everything's marked. The boxes are marked what rooms they're from, what's in the boxes. So when we deliver the furniture, they know that the items are delivered to the proper rooms.
You can tell before they even say anything to you how much they appreciate all the hard work that you and your crew have put into it. And to me, that's just the most rewarding part, knowing that I've done my part to move this family successfully and that they're comfortable and happy with the way that we did it.